This is the story of how I dyed my hair blonde.
And today we're bleaching my hair.
In the name of reinvention, delusion, identity, somewhere between the bleach fumes and self-destruction, I had found something strangely real. Act 1. Chaos.
Hello, this is I, your prince, and today we're bleaching my hair. Well, not really. I'm not really going full on platinum. Just lightening my hair up a little bit. So we are using 20 volume. You may think it's really late at night, but it's not. I'm gonna try to make this video really short, really fun. I'm just trying to get my hair, because my hair is already pretty light. I'm trying to get my hair one tone or one level lighter than it already is. This is what I'm using. Really low quality drugstore products.
We say we're changing hair, but often it's hair changing us. That Saturday, I had two choices. Cry myself into insanity or march to the pharmacy and buy bleach.
I wanted it to be really runny so I could use it like shampoo. But I read about this thing, a bleach bath, that is supposed to make it not as intense. So this is a 20 volume. If I use shampoo, then it would make it a 10 volume in theory. So I'll maybe do that.
I wasn't in control anymore. It was this inner animal just wanting to,
Now it's time to start applying, I think. I'm gonna try and not mess this up. I'm kneeling on the bathroom floor.
It was fabulous. My parents were out. I was alone. It was a Saturday night. It was fun. But somewhere along the line, fun stops being fun anymore, and you're forced to face the concrete, the naked truth.
10 minutes have passed, and this is where we're at. It's looking pretty blonde already, pretty blonde. What if we go platinum all the way, like, because we're not that far from platinum, and it doesn't look half bad actually. Like, I'm looking at myself in the mirror and I'm like, okay, it could be worse, you know?
My parents were out. They could come home any minute, and I internally started panicking. It was cold, and I was alone. It turns out I am not the best company on a Saturday night. The bleach was done, and I loathed myself.
So this is where we're at. I'm gonna check in with you guys in 1 hour. Just give me time, okay?
Why did I do it? Why do I always work against myself? In my descent into disquiet, I called up the pharmacy. Hi, yes, hair dye, pronto. Act 2, given up. Hair holds memory. The hands that cut it, the years it grew, the faces it witnessed. So when I decided to bleach mine, it wasn't just a style choice, it was a scream. Tired of staring at the same thing in the mirror, but it didn't work. I looked awful. I threw box dye over it. It failed. I toned it and it's still relatively yellow, and here we are. It looks orangey. It looks like I have a bald spot, but anyway. Blonde. I'm gonna have to tone it tomorrow again, but we're getting there, people. We're getting there. We're getting there. I'm not giving up, though. I'm not giving up. I blamed everything. My life, my lack of money and patience, the night itself. Never make important decisions at night, for that's when melancholia thrives. This should be so fun. I hated being alone, not generally, but when the consequences came to bite, and there's no one else to blame, I had to deal with the aftermath, alone. They say it's never too late, but it was. Too late to fix it or go to a salon. My parents were coming home. People would see me. There is grace in knowing when to quit, so I did. I bore my Cheeto head like a medal and acted as normal as I could. Turns out, I ended up doing both that night, crying myself to insanity and bleaching my head. Act 3, everything too shall pass. Funny thing about hair, it's dead, but we treat it like it's alive. It remembers who we used to be. The next morning, I looked like a repulsive creature in daylight, but it was still me, just with hair the color of corn. I stood alone and I stood tall. I faced the looks and the criticism, but the sun was out now, and you can't trust the sun. Everything looks different when you step into the light and let it go. It was calm after the storm. I had lunch and I asked my brother to drive me to a beauty supply store. I got some demi-permanent dye and toned my head. I'm back. I got toner. I got an iced coffee.
This is what we're working with. This is the fit. And we're about to tone this, okay? So, let's go. So, shout out to the lady at the store. She was amazing. She was really nice. I say lady, she was like 8 years older than me. She was like, what? Well, like 12 years older than me. She was like 29, I'm 18. But anyway, the whole thing is that she was so nice. She really gave me a hand when it comes to this stuff. And she said leave it on for 30 minutes or 35, but no longer than that. Use half the formula. I didn't use half the formula, I used it all. I wanted to oversaturate the hair, so I did. Let's just say she was onto something, because it's definitely starting to turn gray. And I really like how it's looking, and I don't want to throw myself off a bridge, so we did it. We did it, guys. We did it. We saved it. We're blonde. At least I think so, but I'll show you guys the results when it's done, so. I looked good. I knew it. I felt it. Everything too shall pass. So I got myself some pizza. Cheers. We did it. We did it. It's a little brassy, but shout out to the woman at the store. Moral of the story, trust your elders. Not really an elder, 29, but trust people. I'm probably gonna live stream now, finish the pizza, enjoy the blonde while it lasts. I've been wanting to do this since forever. Check it out, dreams do come true. I can confirm it, blondes are more fun. Sometimes you've just got to let things be. The trash takes itself out, the shoe always drops. It doesn't have to, but it will. Was it freedom? Was it horror? 'Twas transformation either way. By the way, this is me from the future where I post deep and profound stuff. And I posted an article that's gonna be linked on, well, not an article, but a journal entry about how emotionally attached we are to our hair and how our hair affects our mood. You can click down below. Now that my hair's the color of champagne, I couldn't help but wonder if my non-champagne problems could be solved as easily as toning everything down. Says I, your Prince London, and this was Saturday Night Bleach.